Hello everyone. Today we will know about the endomembrane system. So what is the endomembrane system? So endo means inside and the membrane means of course the membrane. So endomembrane system, that means the system that is present inside the membrane. So of course membrane means it is the plasma membrane. That means a system is present inside the plasma membrane is called as the endomembrane system. But before going to the endomembrane system, we should know something about the cell. So this is the cell and the outer layer is called as the plasma membrane. And inside the cell, of course, the cytosol, the white part, are called as the cytosol, or the liquid part or the watery part is called as the cytosol, and many organelles are present. For example, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus a round structure like this is present, and this is called as the nucleolus, and this is called as the mitochondria, and this is called as the peroxisome, and this is the ribosome that is present in the endoplasmic reticulum, and this is the vacuole, and this is the lysosome, this is the Golgi complex. So the cell organelles can be two types. One is called as the single membrane bound organelle, single membrane bound organelle, and another is called as the double membrane bound organelle. So what is the single membrane bound organelle? What is the double membrane bound organelle? For example, if we look the vacuoles, so here the vacuoles, here the membrane is one. That means this organelle or the vacuole is surrounded by a single membrane or single layer, that is called as the single membrane bound organelle. For example, if we look the mitochondria looks like this. This is a one layer, and inside that layer this structure is like this. So that is called as the cristae. So that means in the mitochondria there are two types of two membranes are present, and this is called as the outer membrane and this is called as the inner membrane. That means all the enzymes, all the materials that are required for the mitochondria, that is present inside the cristae or inside the inner membrane. So that means the mitochondria is a double membrane bound organelle. So that means the mitochondria has two types of two membrane. One is called as the outer membrane and another is called as the inner membrane. For example, the nucleus. Look at the nucleus structure. Here it has a two layer. This is the one layer, and inside it another layer is present. So the outer layer, of course, it is called as the outer membrane, and the inner membrane is called as the inner layer or inner membrane. So that's why the mitochondria, nucleus, and another is the chloroplast. Chloroplast. So it is also a double membrane bound organelle, because the mitochondria, nucleus, and the chloroplast, they have two membrane. That means the boundary has two. They have two boundaries. That's why it is called as a double membrane bound organelle. So all other organelles are called as the single membrane bound organelle. For example, ER or the endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi body, lysosome, a vacuole, and all other organelles except the mitochondria, nucleus, and the chloroplast, they all are the single membrane bound organelle. So now come to what is the endomembrane system. So endo means inside, the membrane means the membrane. That means a system is present inside the membrane, that is called as the endomembrane. So what is the system? So that means a system is present and or it is responsible for the formation or production, modification, packaging and transport. So that means a system is present inside the membrane which are responsible for the formation, modification, packaging, transport of protein and lipid. So that means it is a system. That means a system is coordinated to form or to formation, modification, packaging, transport of protein and lipid. So what are the system? The system includes endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body or Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus, and lysosome and vacuoles. So that means these four organelles are responsible for the formation, modification, packaging and transport of protein and the lipid. Look at the structure. This is the ER. This structure is called as the ER. So ER, after that it is the Golgi complex, then it is the lysosome, and then it is the vacuole. So that means these four organelles are responsible for the protein and the lipid formation, modification, packaging and transport. That's why the endomembrane system includes these four organelles. Why these organelles? Because these four organelles are cordially managed to formation of this protein and the lipid and transport, of course. And other organelles, for example, mitochondria, chloroplast and peroxisome. So they are also present, but they have different function. That means they have their own function. For example, this mitochondria, they have it have its own function. So that means they don't include in the endomembrane system. So endomembrane system includes the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, lysosome and the vacuoles. So if we look this ER,